Before I introduce John Friel, who's going to join us in the Bureau as our intern, we're delighted that you can come, John. I would just like to, is Heather Price about? I would just like to thank Heather for her work in organising today's event. I wouldn't mind if you give her a wee round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming to this very special occasion in both the calendars of the Northern Ireland Bureau and the Sugden and Conor programme. Your time and interest is greatly valued and tremendously appreciated. My name is John Friel and I am from Belfast, and I will be interning with the Northern Ireland Bureau this summer as a participant of the Sugden and Conor programme. I am extremely privileged to be a member of this year's team, and I am looking forward to what I hope will be a memorable and rewarding summer. I believe the Northern Ireland Bureau is extremely important in nurturing and procuring the ever more important relationship between the United States and the small but valued province of Northern Ireland. I was extremely happy when I heard I would be interning with the Northern Ireland Bureau, because I believe it will give me an invaluable insight into how Northern Ireland is being represented on the international stage. I am currently reading a Masters in Human Rights Law, and I am hoping that working with the distinguished members of staff at the Northern Ireland Bureau should give me a deeper understanding of how the concepts of equality and fairness can help shape the new Northern Ireland. I am immensely proud to be from Northern Ireland. I love the people, the culture and the indomitable sense of humour that brightens the lives of its inhabitants. I remember an old story about two women from Belfast who were walking up the Falls Road. One turns to the other and says, "Did you hear that loud bang? I hope it wasn't thunder." The other says, "No, I think it was a bomb." To which the First Lady replies, "Well, thank God, because my washing is on the line." Our resilience as a people, and often our sense of humour, have seen us through extremely hard times. But we have not done this alone. The invaluable support of the United States has also helped steer us through times when the sheer weight of our aspirations seemed daunting. Today, standing before you, I can safely say that this is no longer the case, and the Northern Ireland I live in is one of great optimism and opportunity. As a young person growing up in a very working class community in Belfast, America and the American dream often seemed like something which belonged in the annals of Walt Disney. But through my experience with Project Children and the Business Education Initiative, the American dream assumed a much more poignant and personal perspective. Most importantly, I learned that I was the only person who could limit my potential. And during my time in America, I appreciated the value of hard work, of respect, and of courage. These values have allowed me to challenge the path carved out by dominant discourses and unjustified stereotypes. I challenged myself firstly as a young person taking part in Project Children. With the encouragement of my mother, I spent a summer in Boston as part of this exchange programme. For me, I had the chance to meet and enjoy the company of someone from the other side of the religious divide, and indeed to challenge the veracity of this divide. It is without doubt that my time on Project Children during these formative years has greatly affected and shaped my outlook on life for the better. It wasn't always an easy experience, however, and one memory particularly stands out for me. Returning home from the 4th of July celebrations, I lost my wallet. In it was the grand total of $150. Bear in mind that 11 and $150 is a lot of money. Actually, come to think of it, at 23, $150 is a lot of money. This was my summer money. It was to stock me up on all things cool from America. Naturally, when I discovered it was missing, hysteria soon followed. However, when I told my host mom what had happened, she responded by saying, "John, someone must have needed that more than you." Instead of appreciating the wisdom in this reply, I remember thinking, has she been dazzled by them fireworks? Because no one needed this more than me. All I wanted to do was go home. Amazingly, however, the whole community literally rallied round me, and through their kindness, I ended up with more money than I actually came with. They told me it was from the Boston Police Department, who, wait for it, have a special fund for lost wallets. Gullible, I know. But looking back on it now, I realise the sheer generosity that is so prevalent in American culture, and how lucky we are to have such a strong bond with this country. My second American experience was through BEI, where I attended the only all-male university in the country. This was interesting to say the least. Needless to say, it was not my impression of the American college experience. I achieved a lot during that year, mainly because I attended an all-male university where I was free from many of the distractions that university brings. Well, at least during weekdays. However, what is most important to me about this year is the friendships I made. I formed true and lasting friendships with people whom I would not have had the chance to meet because they were on the wrong side of a wall, often in Belfast, which was supposedly erected to keep the peace. The importance of these programmes are that they focus on the real conductors of peace, us. They allow us, the people, to break the dominant stereotypes and to realise the value of an inclusive and united society. That we are not only defined by our political persuasion or cultural opinion, but in fact we are much more than that. These programmes help us, and especially the young people, to break the negative discourses of exclusion and to be much more inclusive and progressive in our attitudes and opinions. It encourages us to work together and start the building of bridges instead of the bolstering of walls. The Washington Ireland programme is a perfect example. It is an amazing opportunity as it focuses on bringing not only people from different religious backgrounds together, but also from different cultural and national backgrounds together also. It allows young people to become much more familiar with the many dichotomies that exist on the island of Ireland, so that we can work together in order to build a much more prosperous future for us all. The Northern Ireland Bureau, and indeed the political institutions, have been instrumental in initiating programmes and building relationships that allow the people of Northern Ireland, and especially the young people of Northern Ireland, to gain the skills that are necessary to make a difference. This is done in the expectation, however, that they return to the communities from which they hail and strive to give something back. I am one of those young people who has been so lucky as to be given the opportunity to go away and experience an alternative, and to allow oneself to be changed by one's experiences for the better. I would like to thank these programmes, and especially Washington Ireland programme, for believing in me. I know I am only where I am today because of my family and because of the goodwill of these programmes and the many Americans whom I have had the pleasure of meeting. Their desire to help Northern Ireland along the long and admirable road to peace and prosperity has been an invaluable source of support, not just for our country, but often for individuals such as me. I promise I will do everything in my power to return dividends on your investment and to strive to make Northern Ireland, my home, a better place. Thank you.